I have no idea how to do one of these. Hi. Back in September, I decided to get a randomizer, and then I decided to stream myself Nuzlocking it. I then decided to make this video. So, here we are. I want to tell you my experience doing my first randomizer Nuzlocke. Am I the most experienced one to do this? Of course not. I failed horribly in my Violet Nuzlocke. But it is a randomizer, so who knows what can happen. Decided to do Soul Silver since base game is pretty short, and I had to do it all within 2 days, so by the end, I'm really forcing myself to keep going. Nevertheless, let's see how I handle my first randomizer Nuzlocke. It can't be that bad, right? I got up from bed, flew through everything, and got to the lab. I got ready to see the 3 Pokemon that Professor Elm had picked out for me. Big reveal. An unknown, a unknown. Masquerade. I picked Celebi and named it Pichu, and it had a pretty good moveset. So with that, we were given a task, because nothing is free in the world. And I started Celebi. Before we got into town, something scary happened. I think Fate attack. What? Yeah, it wasn't much damage, but it still gave me a scare. Either way, we were forced onto a tour around Cherry Grove City, where at the end we got running shoes. Now we go fast. We headed up, got the egg, met Professor Oak, and he gave me a Pokedex, ran back, bumped into a nuisance who wanted to battle us. All he had was a tiny bug. Alright. They got a spinac. Got back to the lab, where we were getting stuff or something. I can't remember. I think it was a war crime or something. Professor Elm just stood there, getting ready to have me arrested for fraud or something when Ethan came and saved me, saying I wasn't the one printing all the fake money, and that they had already escaped, and I was told to give the name of the nuisance that I battled. Alright. Ooh, I spelled his name wrong. Nobody telling me that. He really isn't a nuisance. I asked him if he would have let me use his name as the rival, and he was fine. Mainly because he wanted to be the reason my run died. Anyway, we got off the hook, met Ethan outside, he showed me how to catch Pokemon, and gave me some Pokeballs. The run has officially started. I immediately ran around the grass and encountered a Sneasel. I would have loved to have it on my team, but it wouldn't stand a ball, so I had to pass up on it. Went back to Cherry Grove, bought supplies, and immediately went to catch Loops to Golbat. After that, I did some trainer battles to get some levels, and Celebi was getting strong. Like, stronger than Faulkner's ace level. Never mind that, let's continue. Moving forward, I encountered a Wooper. I made sure to catch it and named it after my Quagsire from my Pokemon Gold playthrough, Big Whoop. That is 4 O's. Also went into Dark Cave in hopes of getting another Pokemon, but the Graveler wouldn't stand the ball, so I had to pass up on it. That's a 50% catch rate on my recent encounter. Anyway, I did the final trainer battles before reaching Violet City, and I just love random movesets. The chaos that can happen. Like this. Does attack order X? What? What? Again, not a lot of damage, but who was expecting that? Either way, we finished the battle and arrived at Violet City. We had to do Sprout Tower before the gym. That's another counter and more XP for my overleveled Pokemon. I think attack order should kill. Big Whoop is fine. He's fine. He just touched grass, but everything is fine. Anyway, I caught the Corphish. Don't worry. You will live a very long and happy life. The next trainer opened up with a Palkia. No, this won't kill her fine. You wait. What is this old man? Wait! What did that mean? The user motion. I should really read these moves and what they do. Anyway, that was the first test of the run. iClud, I'm sorry. Failed you as a trainer. We dealt with the UXE easily. I'm just happy that I was a recent Pokemon and not one of the others. Either way, we won't be seeing any more legendaries in this tower, right? I mean, a trainer had a Heatran. Does that count, or the moveset? What? is a Groudon doing in here? Okay, so that should be it, right? It was. We beat up the old man and escape roped outside. We went, healed, and we finally entered the first gym. Other than an unknown that barely did anything, the Pokemon from the trainers were simple. It was time to battle Faulkner. I want Luke's happiness to go up because I'm sure that's how you get a Crobat. Bro, this man brought out Registeel. Yes, Registeel. I was worried, but Loops knew overheat, so it went down quite easily. But it came with a price. No, you cannot bring out a Registeel and then have your ace be a Trico. You cannot be doing that. I love Randomizer. Oh my gosh, he knows Blizzard. No! Loops finished Trico and we got the badge, but we lost Big Whoop. I was hurt. It was like Big Whoop from my gold playthrough was reborn and given to me again. But I let him go. Never got to be big this time, but you were big in our dreams. We went to the store to get some more items, got an egg, and I stopped the stream since I had to work. About 8 hours later, I'm back and we started going to Azalea Town. I don't want to include most of these early encounters since I usually fail them. Yeah, apparently Final Evolution Pokemon really don't like staying in regular Pokeballs. Or my luck is just trash, and they just hated me. But out of the 4 encounters I had from Violet City to Azalea Town, I was only able to catch 1 more Pokemon. We headed down Route 32 and not much can really be said. I only had Pichu and Loops, and they were well ready to face Bugsy. So this was just a cakewalk. We just beat up every trainer we ran into. I reached Union Cave, and just like Route 32, it was a cakewalk, because Pichu and Loops were already higher level than Bugsy Pokemon, so there was nothing to worry about. What? You gotta love my late reaction to these sort of things. And want to know something I didn't enjoy? The lag I experienced doing this run. I might have it solved by next time I do it, but who knows? The lag was strongly affecting me, making my progress slower than I should have. Anyway, reaching Route 33, I immediately ran into Azalea Town, got more Pokeballs, and ran back for my encounter, just for it to not stay in the Pokeball. Anyway, heading into Slowpoke's well, we dealt with Team Rocket. They didn't have anything scary, and if it was usually small and weak. But while down there, we also ran into a Jinx, which I called Johanne. Doing this, we headed into Bugsy Gym, and I just have to say, if you hate Spiriters, how are you supposed to do this gym? But anyway, the trainers were a cakewalk, and we faced Bugsy. All I gotta say is that random movesets really are scary. That does not kill. Loops finished the Chimchar and Pichu dealt with the Corphish and Crawdilly that he had, but we lost Johanne along the way. I'm sorry, Johanne. That was really unfortunate. After healing and stocking up some more items, we ran into our rival leaving Azula Town. Something about how his team is better than mine. Like, look man, catching Pokemon is hard on limited money. I'd like to see you catch a Garchomp with only 4 Pokeballs. Either way, he challenged me. His was easy to beat, but then... Wiki. Oh my god, oh my god. No way. After all that, he had a Blissey in the back. Yeah, we just Drain Punched it, and that was the second rival battle. It could have gone much worse. Either way, Elkid Forest was next, and that was another chance at an encounter. That is not staying in the ball. But if it does, that would be... Let's go! Yes, Sceptile. I named it Tree with 8 E's. Either way, we went and returned 2 lost birds and got the HM for cut. Taught it to Tree and moved on with the forest. I also saw the kimono girl there. Was also there when I got the egg. Did I mention that? Who cares? But we got through the forest and onto Route 34, where we caught Shin the Riolu. Or then another legendary that we saw. It was all good. It was Articuno. Oh yeah, Ethan showed us his grandparents' daycare, and while doing that, we traded phone numbers. And he told his grandma that we were just friends. Like, I knew that, but why did you have to say it like that? We reached Goldenrod City and I ended the stream for the night. 15 hours later, I hopped back on. We had to finish this run today, so I was going to go all out. We entered the radio tower and did the quiz, which didn't take me 2 tries, and Whitney went back to the gym. The Pokemon her trainers had were tougher than other trainers, but I still managed to get through with no real problem. And then it was Whitney herself. But I'm not scared of her. All she had was a Trampinch and a Marowak. And that was our 3rd badge. And our first gym was Snow Dust. But I knew who was next. The man that scares me more than Whitney. Even though she doesn't scare me. Next up is Morty. We got the squirt bottle and questioned who named this, filled up on supplies, and went north to Route 35. But before we reach grass, you have some optional trainer battles. I did them because I wanted XP and money. It was mostly going smoothly until... Ooh, yeah. Why didn't I switch? Either way, Shin didn't live, and that was another one down. This is definitely harder than I thought. We caught toward the dust docks to replace Shin, and I'm running out of names already. Route 36 wasn't hard. We almost lost Tree. You... Send out Pichu. And we had a legendary encounter. I'll take the tree. I want to see what the tree has. I mean, Loops is still like full HP, so like we should be fine. Guys, let's see what it is. Yeah, it didn't stay in the ball. On Route 37, we caught the legendary Moltres. Kind of. Yeah, this is just me smiling through the pain, and that pain only kept growing. Who knows? Oh wait, you know Flamethrower. Like, someone knows Flamethrower. Who knows Flamethrower? I think you can... That's Quad P. America. And it almost got worse. No problem hitting it when it's on me. But when I want to use it, you guys are like, you see, man, we actually... No, please. Oh, that kills it. That kills Tree. We live. That did 3. Anyway, a Donphan hatched from our egg. I'm really running out of names, cause I named it Marty. And then we switch you out for Tree again. I don't think anything bad should happen. I guess Sunder does more. Worst case scenario, we have to switch out. Got a double KO. At least I made it to Ekritique City. Anyway, I immediately headed back to Goldenrod and talked to Bill, who gave me an Explode Loud. And here's where I ran a test. Yohane and Shin were both names I got from an anime, and then immediately suffered quick death. This clearly isn't because I'm a terrible trainer, but because of the randomizer. So I'm going to test to see if anime names and death are related. So I named it Miku. I headed back to Ekritique City, beat up the Team Rocket Grunt, got Surf, which is great, because Surf is the best HM to keep on in Pokemon, and went into Burn Tower. I caught Suzu the Ditto, and I really wasn't happy. Like, Ditto's main thing is copying another's Pokemon, moves, stats, and appearance, so since it couldn't transform, it was stuck with its base stats, which aren't good. But hey, at least I have a full team. Anyway, an easy battle against Trev D later, we scared what seemed to be the legendary trio, but they could have just been Rattatas. Who knows? Now came time to take on my biggest fear from the Pokemon series. Gym Leader Morty. Can I just say, his first trainer gave me trouble. I almost lost Pichu. False swipe? I went, healed, and came back. The second trainer wasn't hard, but the third one just had a Fion. I just wanted to say that. Oh yeah, and a Deoxys from the fourth. Anyway, now it's time for Morty, and I'm scared, but I mean, what could he have? Sped up. And after doing some mathematics, I think he took 35 minutes. Normal time. You're... Does this randomizer know about my past? Cause why in God's name is he opening with a freaking Garchomp? Anyway, a Mareep was next and it knows Dragon Rage, which is good early game cause it's a free 40 HP and it almost killed Pichu. No worries! Morty! Anyway, I sacked Zuzu for a heal on Pichu and it was able to take it out with 1 HP on itself. This is painful. Oh, but no, Morty is still getting started. I tried my best, but I lost loops as well. Pichu came back out, healed up, and was able to finish the rest of the fight. But I lost 3 Pokemon that match. Tree and Loops were Pokemon I wanted to be part of my final team, but Morty had other plans. I gathered up the courage and moved on, only having Pichu, Miko, and Morty. I can only think of one thing as I left the gym. I really do hate Morty. Anyway, heading to Route 36, we got Alpha TX Sarah the Lunatone, and it was useless. It did have one. I guess... I don't know anymore. I'm in so much pain right now that I just went on. Marty, you could have been something greater, but this is where your story ends. Nothing much could be said about Route 38. We just went through it while Miku got some levels. Reaching Route 39, some guy was telling us of a Safari Zone in Johto, forced us to get his phone number, and he walked away. I wasn't going. That is all I'm saying. I skipped all of the trainers on Route 39 for now since I wanted to get more Pokemon so I could level them up. I caught Emma Watt the Rally Canis and went into Olivine City and... I think we're going to get rid of Blake. No. Luckily, it was just a scare, but I think the run would have ended if he would have actually battled me. Trev D, you almost got what you wished for. We taught Surf to Emma Watt and immediately surfed in Olivine City to encounter and catch Raw Smile the Lehman. We headed into the lighthouse and found a trainer who had a Mesprit, but it wasn't scary. After morning, I'm sort of unfazed about this anymore. Other than that, the lighthouse was quite easy. Now, Jasmine told us to go get the medicine that Ampharos needed, so off to Cianwood City. Route 40, we accidentally killed the Bellsprout, so we moved on. Nothing too bad of the trainers, and Miku was basically at the same level as Pichu, which is good. I have a second viable Pokemon now. If it baton passes again, that would be nice. Who baton passes into Latias so casually? It's not the fact that this man had one. It's just he just baton passed to Latias like it was a part of his daily routine. Anyway, we caught Mabel to Mac Motor. No, things are starting to go well for me. We finally have a full team again, and yeah, this was for Route 34. I'm not cheating, okay? I made it to Cianwood City, and I looked for a part of the water that still counted as the city. There, I caught Staryu and named it Ferrari. Yeah, you can't get a Waterstone in base game, I think, so you weren't going to be much of help. Anyway, Chuck is next, and his trainers had nothing. This randomizer really poured everything into Morty now, didn't it? Anyway, Chuck himself? Not hard, just time consuming. His Lebedi went down easy, but his Cloister, it was tanky. It didn't do much damage, but it wasn't receiving much either, and the fact it had dive meant damage was only being dealt every other turn. I sent in Miku since she knew Leech Seed, which made the process a bit faster. And after Chuck ran out of super potions, we walked out with a victory and no Pokemon lost. But oh boy, did that take a while. Anyway, I got the medicine and headed back to Olivine City. On the way back, we found a trainer who had a Dialga, and it gave me trouble. But not to worry, I was able to defeat it without losing anyone. This Nuzlocke is really starting to do well. Either way, we reached Olivine, gave Jasmine the medicine, and we were off to battle her. I wanted to face her trainers for more XP, but they didn't battle me since I did a good deed. Forget about good deeds, I want more XP for my team! Anyway, she was putting up a real fight, which surprised me. Her Pachirisu and Dratini wouldn't go down, and they wanted to take one of my Pokemon down with them. But we pulled through. Oh yeah, she also had a Magnemite, but Pichu just Drain Punched it, and it was easily dealt with. This was our 6th gym badge, and we headed back to Ecruteak, getting ready to head towards the 7th gym. Before I moved on, it was the process of me finding out that I didn't have access to a water stone, so I couldn't evolve Ferrari. But on the way to Mahogany Town, I caught Rob the Sea King to replace Ferrari. I also found a trainer who had a Raikou, but it was only level 19, so it was easy. We reached Mahogany Town and we were told to go see what was happening at the Lake of Rage, so I did. And I also paid a $1,000 Poké Dollar toll. I didn't get axed, they just took my money. The battles weren't too tough on Route 43, and we also got Syrup the Bidoof. Now it's time for a shiny encounter. In my cargo. We caught it and called it Pope, if only it had a decent moveset. Either way, Lance told us that something was up since a Magikarp wasn't supposed to evolve into a Cargo, so he told me to meet him in the shop of Mahogany Town. I went to see Mr. Pokemon, I think that was his name, and gave him the red scale for the XP share, which I wish I had very early, but it's still good to have now. I saw Lance Hyper Beam a poor soul and flew into the secret hideout. I would have gone after him, but I wanted to take a small break, so I did. Anyway, after that break, I flew straight through. Nothing was stopping us, not even the Entei, one of the grunts, had reached the office of the leader of this operation, but we needed 2 passcodes, so I went back to beating up the grunts until they gave it to me. Anyway, Petrol told me he was going to beat me this time, and I was like, who are you? One battle later, he runs off and I head back with Murkrow to open the door to the device they had built. Ariana was going to 2v1 me with a random grunt, but Lance came in to help. It was easy, like I said. After Morty, this was just easy. We caught Remy the Eradicate, took down a Dialga and Breloom, if only I had checked the other ones, and I went to take on Gym 7. And I really didn't have any trouble with these trainers, nor Price. I mean, he was easy, but me? I was dumb. We can't, no. He's fine. This kills. No, it doesn't. I just threw away Miku. Ugh. Miku was someone I wanted to keep, but I let her go. Either way, we beat Price, but lost Miku. But no matter what happens, I will keep pushing on, and I will beat this randomizer. Team Rocket took over the radio tower, and it was up to me to stop them. So after I got a clever disguise, I was about to walk in and stop them, but Trev D just had to ruin my plan, so they were ready for me. I think this is the first time I was actively trying to dodge battles because it was getting late and I had to finish this game tonight, so I was getting desperate. But what could happen? I'm gonna try and skip as many. I didn't skip the one that had guaranteed on it. Nothing bad happened, even though they also had an Azelf. Wait, why do they want Giovanni back when they have that guy? After dodging more grunts and getting to the top, I had to battle Petrol. Wasn't he supposed to be a threat? This guy's a pushover. Either way, we had to head underground to get the director, and before we could continue, Trev D decided he wanted to battle us. All he did was make me go to the Pokemon Center again, since I had to heal my team so they could be in tip-top shape to face Team Rocket. Either way, the underground portion was easy, and not just because I had Pichu, but because they were really weak and didn't have any moves that were scary. We got the director and had to head back up the tower. Okay, just to let you guys know, I was desperate and it was lagging a lot, but we went from the gameplay looking like this to this. This was to reduce lag, but I was committed to completing this tonight. But I climbed the tower, and before reaching the final floor, Ariana stopped us. Again, who are these people and who remembers them? She opened with a Dragonite, and that gave me a lot of trouble, almost losing Raw Smile twice to it. But the rest of the battle was simple. I ran back to heal and battled a grunt I thought I had already done, and it almost cost me. But we are good. We healed and we went to face Archer, who I have no idea who this man is and was until today. Anyway, he was a pushover. After that, Team Rocket left, and it was time to head back to Mahogany Town to head to the 8th and final gym. Heading on to Route 44, while surfing, we encountered a Torchic. It stayed in the ball, and we called it Gogi. Blaziken will be good, which is why I gave it the XP share. One wood hammer later, and we lost Remy. I won't lie. At this point, I'm playing very dangerously. Rasmal keeps avoiding death various times. After healing, we headed into the ice pass where we caught Shido the Swampert. Enemy won't fail me this time, and neither will Shido. After doing a simple ice puzzle, which didn't take me like 6 tries, we moved on and had to give a small push to the Kimino girl. Where does she even come from, and why does she care so much about me? We made it to Blackstone City. If I haven't been showing any clips now, it's because I don't want you guys to see the awful quality of the live stream and the fact I was so unfazed at this point that I could have lost half my team and I would have not cared because of how much trash this randomizer has been throwing at me. Anyway, I ran into Claire's gym and just blazed through it. I literally saw Mewtwo and was so unfazed by it.
I'm sorry, Mewtwo?
Anyway, we made it to Claire and she sent out Dialga. I just want to say that was it. I couldn't do any damage to hurt it, and it did more than enough damage to me. That was it. It swept my team. That was the run. This is where I lose. I lost to Claire. I feel like this could have gone better, but there were some things that brought this run down. First was the time. I only had 2 days to do this, so I was mostly rushing through the game, but even then I was making good progress. Just look how much I went through in 15 minutes from the final stream. I think what ruined it was the lag. If there wasn't any, I would have gone through the game much faster, allowing me to grind my team up a bit more, but since I lost time to that, there was no real time to grind, which made me play more dangerously just to speed things up. I won't lie, 7 out of 8 gyms is pretty good for my first try, and I will definitely try again later, but with more time, allowing me to properly grind up my team. But even then, if I was tired by the very end of this run, I had fun.